Hello, friends and family. I am trying to learn how to combine things in my life because I'm horrible at multitasking now. I was before, but I'm really bad now. Anyways, so I need to and want to talk about brain injury. It's good to recall memories because it rebuilds the mental neural bridges that we need. And also, I love The Matrix. Everything about The Matrix. Every movie, every book, every animatrix, every song written for and by and included. Everything The Matrix. And one of the oddly beautiful things that comes with the brain injury, it's weird, but one kind of cool thing that comes with it is you remember things, ish. And so when you go back and you watch a movie, or read a book, or hear a song that you remember from before, a lot of times it's like experiencing it the first time. And when you go and you watch it again, it's like experiencing it the first time, somehow. It's weird, and it's also awesome. We get that wish fulfilled of, if I could only go back and do it again. Well, we get to, every day. Some of us, every hour. Some of us, every 5 minutes. It sucks in a lot of ways, but that does not mean that there is not a rainbow. So that is my rainbow. I get to enjoy The Matrix thoroughly every single time, like it's a new time. Except now I watch it and I have a perspective that I never had on it before. Where you're living an unassuming life, the world around you is normal, everything is normal, and then something, it breaks. And what you knew as the normal world is now gone. It doesn't exist. It's there. It's walking around, it's moving, it's walking and talking, doing its thing. But for you, it's not real. Now you have this new reality. And it sucks. It's free. There's a freedom in it. There really is. If you choose to find the freedom, as opposed to the dark, dirty dampness that is Zion and the outside world of the machines in the Matrix. If you can dwell in the fact that it's dark there, or you can choose the light that exists because of the freedom that exists now for you. So I took the red pill. I always take the red pill. I always want to see how far the rabbit hole goes, and exactly where Wonderland is and what it is. And so, with the brain injury, you wake up and you're in the real world now, or what is now your real world. And it's a scary place, and you realize you have to relearn everything. At first it's really shaky. You can't eat. You can't even move. Your muscles, it's like they haven't been used before. But eventually you start moving your body. Your muscles start moving. You get stronger. Here. But this part, this, you're walking and talking and moving like that. This part, there's a lot to learn. So, it's a struggle sometimes, but you start plugging in. You start plugging yourself into things and uploading data to your new brain that still has you in it, but needs a lot more new information to be able to live in this new world, in this new reality. You have to learn Kung Fu. I have to learn Kung Fu. We all have to learn Kung Fu. And so when you go to learn Kung Fu, there may be a few times where you think, man, I'm doing really good. I know Kung Fu. I have been kicking ass so much lately. I know Kung Fu. And you go to spar with Morpheus, and he whoops your ass down. I noticed that with my brain injury, that happens too. Arrogance, or not arrogance. Arrogance would be the wrong word. Overindulgence in the freedom that I'm starting to feel in understanding my brain injury. But there were a lot of times that tripped me up. And so I was very much like Neo. I know Kung Fu. Dude, you do not know Kung Fu. Yet. And sometimes you gotta take that leap of faith, and sometimes you're gonna hit the ground. But the good thing about us, it seems, is that we keep bouncing back. Hurts like hell. But we're here because we keep bouncing back. Something wants us here. So, then we find ourselves at the stage of, we know Kung Fu. For real. We really know Kung Fu now. And we're starting to kind of believe the hype. All those little things that you read, every little meme, every video of mine that you've seen, every stick in there kid. You know, basically what that is training for the big show. But the true belief in yourself, that's the power. I mean, Neo was able to go in and start kicking ass with Trinity on, with the gun battle in the lobby, and then going up on the roof and whooping ass up there. But they still weren't ready. He was still getting the crap beat out of him by Agent Smith. He was better, he was stronger, but he was still getting the crap beat out of him. And he didn't understand why. How is it that I have learned so much? How is it that I know Kung Fu? And 500 different versions of Kung Fu, yet I'm still having this trouble. I don't understand. He was still running from Agent Smith all the way until the end of the movie in the first one. And even after the end of the movie, it wasn't over. But on this one, finally he gets to a point where this demon, this shadow, this Agent Smith, who I see in my mind as this is who you were, this dark shadow of who you are that's constantly sitting there trying to make you feel bad about the fact that you aren't it anymore, that you don't connect to it anymore. It's that shadow that's sitting there poking you, and chasing you down the hallways. Until finally, one day, what you turn around and do, you don't just fight guys with guns. You don't just fight the people that don't believe in the Matrix. You turn around and you fight the damn shadow. You fight the shadow that is saying to you, you must conform back to being who you were. But not only must you not conform, but you can't anymore. You just can't. And so you turn around and you face your shadow. And your shadow looks at you and he says, oh, this is my time. This is my shot. And that mother starts running at you with everything. And then he comes and he starts swinging, and now you calmly, because you understand he is nothing but a shadow. Shadows have no substance. They're not real. Agent Smith is not real. He's just zeros and ones. So Neo, with nothing, just doesn't have to think about it. They shoot bullets at him. He doesn't have to dodge them. He was good at dodging them, which we were before. We were good at dodging them, but you need to get to a point where you need to realize these bullets, people's words, people's opinions, people's shaming, people's ignorance, those are just the bullets. They're not real. They can hurt you if you let them hurt you. But you have an open mind now that lets you realize they're not real. So you can stop them right there. And your shadow will run right at you and try to jump into you. And instead you jump into him. And you expand and you explode into a ball of light. And then you confront the real world. What is the real world? The Matrix. For you, it's the Matrix. For everybody else, it's the real world. For you now, the real world is the Matrix. This is the real world. But you're a little confident because your kung fu kicked ass. And so now we're starting to go, alright, batter up. It's your turn, real world. Let's see what you got, because I am not standing down from this. I'm going to show everybody the beauty that we have in our real world. So, part 2 coming up.